Welcome back to the channel, everybody, and we are kayak wrapping today. Now, we are not experts at this. This is the first time we've done it, but I don't think it's that difficult a job. So we're going to take you through the whole process. We're going to wrap 2 kayaks. We're going to show you the wraps that we've bought. One's from the UK, one's from America. I'll put a link in the description, and we'll show you all the products we're using to get this onto the kayaks nicely. You may be asking, why are we wrapping kayaks? Well, there's two main reasons that I can see. One, it does protect the plastic a bit on the side because the wrap's going to take a bit of the scratching. And the second thing is, from my point of view, it's sheer vanity. Not too keen on this colour. I want a nice dark wrap on mine, and my sponsor's logos are white, so it should show up really nicely. And I'm hoping it's going to really set the kayak off. I mean, this thing has got all sorts of toys on it, so let's make her really, really pretty, put a wrap on her, so we've got some bling. So it is, I'm afraid, for vanity reasons, but why not? This is all about having a bit of fun as well. So this is what we're going to do today. Watch the whole video and we'll take you through the whole process. Still cleaning down, just make sure we've got the last bit of grease off. So I use this rag and you can see all the dirt that's come off her. That was after we actually used other wipes to get the grease that we could see, the grease and dirt that we could see off the kayak. So now, final thing, just going to go over it again with a clean rag, just to get any last little bits off. This is the most important thing. And as you can tell, I'm stressing it quite a lot. So this has taken quite a bit of time, but I think once this is done, we can crack on with the rest of it. On the whole side now, and you can see that rag is still really clean. So obviously now, I'm happy that I've got all the residue off this side. So next stage is putting the little wire cutty tape on. Don't know what it's called, I'll tell you in a minute. I'm going to use this 3M knifeless tape. This is really cool. I'm going to run it all the way along the edge of the kayak, and where I want the kayak wrap to fall on the front, because obviously the front of the kayak's got that nice curve in, and where I want it to fall on the back. This is really good stuff. So what you do is you get the tape on, put your wrap over the top, you leave tag ends of this tape because it's got wire inside it, and once the wrap's on really firmly, you pull the wire through the tape and you get a really nice clean cut in your wrap. It saves you having to use scalpels or anything like that, because scalpels, Stanley knives, because you'll never get a straight line using a knife, whereas this tape, it will run exactly where you initially put it on the kayak, or what the flat surface that you used. So this is really cool. So it's 3M knifeless tape. This is going to make it look really neat. So what I've done now, I've gone across the top line of the kayak with this tape, and I'm really happy with it. It looks lovely. And I've also done the front edge as well. If you can see that, I've gone along there on both sides. So both sides of the kayak I've done the back end as well. I'm just using a little bit of masking tape just to keep the front ends tight, because what we're finding is the tape's sticking really well to the main body of the kayak, but when we get to the front and back ends, it's just peeling off a little bit. So a little bit of masking tape just to hold it. And I suppose once the wrap goes over the top, it should hold everything in place. So that is the theory. This is going to be crucial because this will give us a nice, tight, straight line and make it look really pucker. So spent a bit of time on that just to get it right. Dave's, we've done the front end on Dave's as well, and what we found out as well, if 2 of you do it, it's so much easier, because as you're going along the line, the second person could follow and just hold the tape in place and actually seal it to the kayak. So I think 2 people doing this is going to be priceless. Finally, we've got the last wrap to put on, so we've put 3 of the 4 on, and we've learned a lot. What we've learned is, this is really crucial, that you've got to have the right wrap material. So sadly on Dave's kayak, his material didn't allow the air pockets to pop out very easily, if at all, so that made it it took hours to get his wraps on. This one, the other side, literally took about 10 minutes, and I'm going to put this now on a fast forward, and you'll see how easy it is. So that's a lesson learned. Is obviously, we didn't know, we just bought wraps from different companies. We're not going to put a link in the description for Dave's wrap, and we'll put one in for this wrap, because this company's a good wrap. So it's just lesson learned, and I think in the future, Dave's going to get one from this company as well, because it is a lot easier to put on. Like I said, it just takes 10 minutes. So watch this and you'll see how simple it is. The biggest lesson we learned is that you've got to start from the middle of the kayak and work to either the back or the front. So on this one, you can see we've married the kayak wrap up to the kayak using masking tape, and Dave's working to the back, and I'm just literally peeling off the backing as we go. And then once we've done that, we then do the front section, and it's just literally using a little plastic, I don't know what you call it, squeegee, the size of a credit card, and pushing out all the air bubbles. And to do the bottom, we just used a hairdryer. And now on this section here, all we're doing is using the 3M tape, and you can see it cuts through the wrap like a hot knife through butter, and it leaves a really, really clean cut.
So that is crucial to use. You haven't got to mess about using a blade. You're never going to get a blade nice and straight on that length of kayak, and you just pull it through. It's really simple. And once you've pulled the wire all the way through the wrap, you've then got two pieces of tape that you need to get rid of. The one tape normally sticks to the top piece of the wrap. You can see the green tape there in Dave's hand, and then Dave's going to take off the lower section of the tape, which is literally just inside the top of the cup. So you've got to get that out, and then you can go back over the wrap and just press it in place. And this is the final thing. We needed to put the stickers on. These stickers were the same material as Dave's wrap, but they're really, really awkward. So got a few air bubbles in those, but we'll get those out at a later date.
We have finished, and this is the beaut. The battle cruiser, as I'm now going to call it, is finished with all the paraphernalia on it, with all the sponsor stickers and the wrap. It's nearly 6 o'clock in the evening, and we got about 10:30 this morning, so it's been a long old day, but we've learnt a lot in the process, and once we were putting this wrap on, it was really quite quick. So lesson learned, get the right materials in the first place, but you know, you've got to go through this process to find out. So when we do this again next year, we can do it a lot quicker. But I'd like to thank Dave Good for helping me. He's been an absolute legend today, and I couldn't have done it without him. And we got to thank Boggart as well for the use of the facilities. You know who you are. Catch you in the next one.